Good
I
luck.
saw a clip of Jay Stock watching a clip of Asmongold saying that he doesn't think of leftists as people. That was out of context. What was the context? You don't remember the context. I saw a clip of Jay Stock watching a clip of Asmongold saying that he doesn't think of leftists as people. That was out of context. What was the context? You don't remember the context. You just know that there must have been one. It was people attacking him after his parent died. Oh, well, if someone makes fun of your father dying, then you should blast out to millions of people that you don't think your political opponents are human. That makes total sense. This is the problem, is that these streamers, content creators, have so much sway over the political climate, and there is no sense that they should be responsible for anything they do or say. He has more sway than most politicians. Imagine the governor of Rhode Island is like, Trump supporters aren't human, and you're like, how could you say that? And they're like, well, then one of them made fun of me because my father died. I don't know who it was. It was probably a Russian bot. It was an anonymous. So words were said to me anonymously by somebody that may or may not have been a American Republican, and now I've decided to blast out the message that none of them are human because I'm upset. Oh, this is him explaining the context. The video is titled "They're Trying to Get Me Killed." He's just doing it more polarization and dehumanization. And it's not the original context. It's him just saying more stuff. You can't call it the context when it's not the original clip. With context is the original clip with more footage before and after, not him telling you what you should have thought. Gee, I don't think you should be watching this guy. He's the victim and the leftists are the evil animals trying to kill him.
Wait, but where's the lie though? Are we really going to deny that Asmongold is like spitting here, or
Do you think Asmongold views leftists as people? Like if you found his diary and it said, I don't view liberals as humans, would you be surprised? It always sounds bad to dehumanize, but you're making it out to be a big political statement when it's not about that. But that's what I'm saying. It is about that. When people are mocking you for the politicized death of your politicized parents and your politicized content creator, and then you say, this is going to sound really bad, but I don't think of them as people, you are making a big political statement, whether you care to take responsibility for that or not. He's dehumanizing the left. I saw a clip of Jay.
interesting? Cool. Does MrGirl have Asmongold fans in his audience? No. Mm-mm. She just wanted to comment on it. That's it. Seems nothing wrong with that. Heartbreaking. The worst person you know just made a great point. Wait. And I also see that sounds like he was responding to the audience defending Asmongold. What? Oh, okay. No, I know what you're talking about. You know, one thing I'll always admire about MrGirl is that his setup, whatever his stream setup is always better than the best. Okay? It's always better than the best. Whatever idea he certainly has an artistic mind. Yeah. If only he wasn't evil. Also, by the way, again, I have to repeat this over and over again for my viewers, okay? I don't want you guys to dismiss everything somebody says, even if it's an opinion you agree with, just simply because it's coming from the wrong mouth, okay? Just because it's coming from somebody that you dislike, okay? This is something I'm going to start pushing for more often now, okay? Because sometimes I notice that some people are just like straight up fucking, oh, it's Pisco. Well, Pisco just said a correct opinion against Hutch. Fuck Pisco. Or the other way around, where it's like Hutch just said a correct opinion against Pisco. Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna. Okay. Killing of the woman in Minneapolis. Dear Max,
I wish to talk to you about the incident in Minneapolis and the officer who shot and killed the woman. I have my very centered position. After watching the video, I am triggered immediately by the cops. I run my system off of many different things, but I want to show you what I agree.
Cute contrast with the scarf. I'm feeling a little. I'm feeling a little fascist. Feeling a little fascist. Okay.
Happened and could have happened.
You know what I mean?
And also ask for what your thoughts are on it. The cop could have moved out of the way. The cop who shot could. I'm going to say yes. Agreed. There was he basically did. He sidestepped and shot kind of at the same time. But he could have, dive.
Foodshops? Based.
Dive out of the way. The cop who shot could have felt threatened. Yeah, for sure. If someone's aggressively driving near you.
I can't believe MrGirl is looking tough. Rough? I don't know, actually. I'm not entirely sure. His skin looks perfect. Like, his skin just straight up looks perfect. I'm sorry. Like, it doesn't look like his skin is messy. It looks clear. It looks healthy. But I think it's just his hair. His hair is... I think it's fine. I think that's just the aesthetic he's looking for. I'm not sure if there's any issue with his hair. That's MrGirl? Yeah, that's right. And I'm not joking. This is MrGirl talking about the Renee situation. Isn't that a wild timeline? Are you still beefing with Dan? Considering how it was actually Dan that called off the ceasefire, I mean, I guess by default, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been taking shots at Dan ever since then. Yep.
You or at you or in a way that is going to hit you if you don't move, that's definitely threatening. The cop didn't need to shoot. I mean, yeah.
I don't even know why he called it off. It's
shooting someone doesn't stop their car. So there's almost, unless you think they're gonna like hit somebody else or they're gonna turn around and come back to kill you, there isn't really a reason to shoot them. It's kind of a gray area. Like if you shoot at a cop with a musket and it's no longer loaded, they're allowed to shoot you back. But like there isn't really a reason to, though. There is not actually a practical someone shoots you with a musket and then okay, and that's an ideal situation. A naked guy shoots at you
I'm sorry, I can't play Battletech all the time.
In an empty room.
Dan just went live on anything else titles. Destiny Waiting Room. Is he trying to steal your time slot and audience? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. But I don't think people watch Dan for the same reason that they would watch me, nor would they watch me for the same reason they watch Dan. Like, I'll always have my separate audience, and I'll always have my separate whatever. That's why I don't really feel threatened by him. Like, it's not like for example, if he starts covering drama, it's like, I'm sorry, okay? And this is going to sound a little offensive, okay? I don't think he's as smart as me. I don't think he has the wits. But yeah, I mean, hey, Dan has always had a chance to turn into a content creator. Maybe this is just, maybe this is his chance or some shit. Good luck. Have you looked at the Battletech Advanced 3062? I have Rogue Tech. That is like the most transformative fucking thing.
And you're a cop. Do you shoot him back? Probably, but you don't have to. There's no actual reason to, but
I think you found your core audience that will watch you. Yeah. And that has always been my goal all along. Is I know that there is already a maximum, like the people who already don't like me, they're going to go watch Dan. The people who like me are going to go watch me, right? Because at this point, there is already like a side that people will pick, right? When it comes to the Dan versus Foodshops drama, aka me, right? So at this point, it's like, okay, well, if you take my side, you'll watch me. If you take Dan's side, you'll watch him. But it's not like him going live will change that ratio, right? People will still watch like either, and who knows, right? But yeah, you pull Narja, yeah.
I guess that's the law. It's like if you're really freaking out, then you can shoot somebody. It's okay. Morally, no. I don't think you have a. I mean, I guess you think they're going to hit you with it. My point is, you're not really neutralizing a threat if someone is driving into you and you shoot them. Especially if they're not trying to hit you. They're trying to not hit you.
I haven't watched anything else at all since it's Dan and Moot. They try and talk about politics and do all that cop slop. I want to watch Dan for drama. That's it. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Dan doesn't vote, bro. I vote. Why would you ever get your political opinion from somebody that doesn't have your best interests? Dan, like, he doesn't vote. He complains about tenants and renters, but he doesn't vote. You guys are the tenants and the renters. How many of you guys are landlords exactly? He doesn't even vote. How could he... You know that he doesn't have his heart in it because he hasn't voted, right? I just don't understand. Like, practically speaking, right? I just don't understand. Mr. Mutin, I can understand. I'm assuming that he's a voter by default. But... And he has talked about politics before in Steven's stream even. But Dan? The lights are on, but nobody's home. You know? He's so stupid.
Want that motor control. The cop may have acted in that way to protect other people by neutralizing that driver. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. Yeah, so if you think she's going to hit someone else... shooter. Yeah. The cop, unlike every other emergency service person, didn't accept and utilize safety and risk in proportion to others. This feels pretty abstract compared to your other bullet points.
Truly, this is the dankest dungeon. Truly, this is the dankest dungeon.
Holy shit! Masaki! Don't feel sad, Foodshops? You didn't need to do that. Thank you so much for the 69 subs on Kick. What? Why would you do that? Why? Just because it's 69 meme? Why would you do that? I still feel bad for shouting at you a little bit too hard when we were playing together. I didn't mean to do that. I love you. I literally didn't think anything of it. Oh, okay. All right, thank God. Well, dude, you guys need to start carrying Misaki's load, okay? Okay. Not like that. Okay, not like that, okay? I'm sorry. Okay. I didn't mean to say that. You guys need to start carrying Misaki's weight, okay?
I don't like what you did there. That feels a little
Yeah.
sneaky.
Thank you.
He could have prevented not sneaky, just maybe lazy. You know, I think we need to operationalize all this. I want to know exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm seeing in DG chat that Dan is sweeping for Asmongold. Is that true?
Could have prevented a life from being taken. The duty of emergency service or first responders is to accept risk. That is essentially the job. Indeed, ensuring that no one becomes injured or hurt needlessly is the goal of the emergency services and its protocol, trying to avoid...
I sub because you dunked on Asmongold. Yeah, because I realized that he was dangerous. Way before anybody else has realized that he was dangerous. It's not even close. I remember saying that Asmongold was dangerous like a year ago. Before this entire like actual criticism came in. But nobody listened to me, and they made fun of me instead for dunking on Asmongold. It's like...
fatal measures while protecting people. Detaining her
appeared
to be their goal. The way they acted in this manner was anything but that of belligerence and annoyance. So they already seem not able to handle the situation, which is a very bad idea for everyone.
Sorry.
The cop shot because he felt his life was threatened seems unlikely, but we will assume that. Why did he shoot 2 more times when the car couldn't have run him over? I think once you've decided you're going to kill someone, it makes sense to keep shooting.
Yeah.
For another half a second. I mean, it's not
I still can't believe DEG wants Dan to make Asmongold the next target, but Dan is making excuses why it won't be effective. What? Okay, we have to watch that. Is it time to hate on Dan, guys? Is it time?
I don't think it's
Look, I'm just saying, I'm not breaking any deals, okay? He's always been the one to escalate, okay? I have literally never escalated.
I don't think it's unreasonable to criticize him for the other 2 shots, but the defense is, once your brain is in, I'm going to kill this person to protect myself mode, it's unreasonable.
Yeah, no sweeping for... Not in my DG community.
Reasonable to expect your brain to switch off of that mode in 0.2 seconds. The shot, I think all 3 shots happen within 1 or 2 seconds. So I don't think that's a home run argument. That looks like an execution style raid from SEAL Team 6.
I think MrGirl has always been a source of minor inspiration for me. Emphasis on minor, by the way. Despite his drama and such, and trust me, okay, you need somebody who admires the enemy, okay?
I mean, now you're almost criticizing him for being well trained. I mean, yeah, he drew, presented, and fired
tried to strike a chord and
accurately.
A minor. Okay,
I mean, but that's what you didn't want law enforcement to do that, but at the right time. So I think once he's committed to killing her, allowing him a window where he's allowed to just keep shooting at her regardless of what she does after having made that decision makes sense. I think that the real question is, does the decision make sense? Does the original decision make sense? Was he protecting other people who he felt were in danger? I mean, he's probably endangering everybody. He seems like he's just shooting towards people, towards bystanders and doing it. I'm left wondering, what do you think of this? There seemed to be a huge disconnect in how people are interpreting what happened. We see it from the president, vice president, and people like Kristi Noem,
no,
but also from highly reactive and emotional people on the left and right. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this during office hours. I hope this doesn't come off as too much. I've thought about this deeply, so writing it was tough. Thank you. I think this was basically a case of road rage.
MrGirl has always been trying to get attention. I mean, like, he's kind of a textbook narcissist, right? I think that MrGirl hasn't been in so much drama for like the last, like, how many years has it been since the MrGirl arc? 2 years? 3 years? I think it's been 3 years since the MrGirl arc, dude. 3 years. More than 3 years. Wow.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
For the cute meows.
Oh, thank you so much for the $5, Matsu. Thank you. You're also a big fat tubby cat that I want to harass, okay? Sorry, I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry.
Very often when I am driving, so I think that I think cars are part of the problem here. I think we have a societal problem where we almost have the technologies to stop using cars, so we can almost admit how bad of an idea cars are, but we can't quite admit it. So in 10 years, when the majority of cars are likely self-driving, or I say 20, 25 years, this story will be read differently. I think it'll be read as like, well, yeah, that because you're using cars. Like, that's stupid. But right now, cars are normal. So we're all trying to wrap our heads around, well, did this guy have the correct response to this woman lurching toward him in a death machine? If you allow yourself to see the absurdity of cars, then it's a little...
Why does he have the shitty Candace Owens setup? I don't know. It's not bad. It's not a bad setup. It's not entirely the worst setup here, okay?
More complex. I don't see it as like a politically motivated murder. He had been hit by a car and dragged by a car like a month ago or so.
Do you think Asmongold is really going to stop talking about politics? If he ever stops talking about politics, he's going to come back to it like 2 months later or 2 weeks later, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Asmongold for 10 years now has always been an attention whore. I think that Asmongold ultimately is also somebody who is a textbook narcissist. I think that as long as it gets him the validation and the attention that he wants, I think he will continue his streak of narcissism, right? Because he'll always be rewarded for it. He'll never be punished too much for it to the point where he stops doing it, in my opinion. I think that, I don't think Asmongold is a textbook narcissist, but I think he has very narcissistic qualities. I think that is a more accurate way to describe him. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a more accurate way to describe him.
Or a few months ago. I don't actually know the date. So very often when I'm driving, I will go into a...
Dan defending Asmongold and Foodshops glazing MrGirl. You guys realize that the Destiny situation happened more than 3 years ago, right? I feel as though every single time I look at drama, I never really judge anybody for something that has happened all that much long ago, to the point where I go like, okay, well, this is going to stain my impression of you for all eternity. Right? But I still think that MrGirl cultivates or harbors Destiny anti-fans. I don't think he is technically a Destiny anti-fan. No, he is a Destiny anti-fan. He is a Destiny anti-fan, but he's not really like the other Destiny anti-fans. Yeah. Also, yeah, MrGirl is like self-sabotage. He's not like... When I think of like the top threats against Destiny, I don't think of MrGirl. I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't think of MrGirl. I don't think of MrGirl as like a massive threat against Destiny anymore. I just don't think that's the case. I'm sorry.
Minor fight or flight, where somebody cuts you off, somebody honks at you, somebody tailgates you. Emotional...
I can't tell if his audience is anti-Destiny. Oh, they are 100% anti-Destiny. 100% anti-Destiny. I just don't know any way that MrGirl can grow an audience, though, all that much. I just don't know.
Changes around cars get heightened very quickly because you're in danger. Your life is in danger when you're in a car or near a car.
Aw, he's paying the cat.
So I think that we're all a little blinded by that because it's normalized.
MrGirl is the definition of dying on the hill for no reason. I agree with you, but at the same time, I kind of respect the game, okay? I kind of respect the game. I respect his game there. he's a retard, but he's also smart at the same time. It's like, okay. Also, for the record, I'm still going to think this, okay? And hopefully you guys don't take it the wrong way. I think that MrGirl should be unbanned on YouTube. I think that YouTube would be a more fun place if MrGirl started appearing on Wick panels and other panels. I think that if MrGirl started appearing on these YouTube related content creators, I think we would never run out of good content. And I think that if you're in denial about that, you're wrong. Okay? You know that it would be some of the most kino cinematic content ever. Okay? That's why I want him to come back.
Subtract that danger, and we're like,
Nothing is stopping him. Yeah, and that's Mr. Girl's fault.
you should be totally calm when you're near a car. You really shouldn't.
Like, I don't see anybody who won't have this guy on. Like, even after 3 years, yeah.
They kill lots of people. And if the person is angry at you and agitated and they're doing stuff with their car, even if they're just
Jay Stoke has him on. Yeah, that's not enough, obviously.
trying to escape. Yeah. So basically, I think everybody's already. I'm gonna have to put you in the bedroom if you can't stop talking. This is not
Not
no.
the bedroom.
It's not your show. Nobody emailed you. No. Yeah. So I think if there's a
Breaking news. Turkey Tom's ex is coming out saying Tom recorded her having sex without consent. This is the guy who was virtue signaling about Destiny. What? Excuse me? Wait, what? Can you link it?
there's like a curve where everybody's like, we're gonna
I'm gonna need a source.
pretend that 40% of the way to fight or flight that everyone is when they're in a car or near a car, we're going to pretend that's 0, and then like, oh, this guy went from 0 to 100. Like, why did he do that? That's because he was starting at 40, because cars are fucking stupid. That's my thought on it, really, on the shooting. So yeah, I go into minor fight or flight where I'm like, do I have to defend myself? Like, there's part of your lizard brain that's like, do I have to kill this person? Like, they're threatening my life. When somebody cuts you off, they're like saying like, I'm in such a hurry that I'm willing to maybe make you die. I don't know. I'm in a hurry. So,
You know what they say? Serial killers are very good with animals. Or they kill them. I'm kidding, joking. Okay, not to say that. Okay. Whatever.
I don't think it was the right choice to shoot her, obviously. I don't think him calling her a fucking bitch after shooting her is indicative of his motive. That could just as easily be, trying to downplay a swelling of guilt. It could be you're still in fight or flight. You're not super empathetic when you're in fight or flight. He could be terrified. He could be mad at her for potentially ruining his life. There's all kinds of I don't think you can.
Nah. I think he's being way too apologetic here. I think MrGirl is being way too over empathizing for the police. You can empathize with anybody. You can empathize with like fucking all the way from the Zodiac killer to the Golden State killer. Okay, like you can empathize with everybody, but I'm not entirely sure if this defense of the officer is warranted. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Yeah, I don't know. This take, I don't like this take. I don't like this take, I think.
Really analyze someone's character from what they say in a crisis situation, offhandedly like that. He let her bleed out. You know, they didn't render services. If they are not following protocol, that's obviously bad, and they probably should be fired. But I don't have a political reading of that.
You don't have a political reading on the Gestapo killing a Jew? Like, I can't believe we're going back to the Nazi analogies, but it's the only way I can describe how weird this is. Like, if, like, when Hitler was rising to power, you're not going to ascribe, like, anything political to, let's just say, a German civilian or, like, a German police officer who is very radicalized to Hitler's teachings, like, killing a Jewish person? You don't think so? Okay. Kind of weird, considering how MrGirl is Jewish himself, but okay. Right, good luck.
The response to it, you know, people are... I was going to say people aren't in fight or flight, but I think Twitter actually does put people in fight or flight, so I don't even know if that's true. I think it's kind of a similar thing. You do one wrong thing, and I think I have a little...
You're not really creating, like, valuable commentary, though, when you're saying that it's understandable the way that people react in, you know, in response to this scenario. We all know the way people react. This isn't some deep or profound message that you're pushing forward, right? Everybody knows that, you know, people are going to be agitated. Everybody knows that people are going to be very reactionary and very, you know, unhinged and unnerved by this entire ordeal. Okay, like these things are not, these things are not surprises, right? It's just like you saying, "Wow, I can't believe the cloudy skies will eventually rain. I can't believe it started raining just now," right? With cloudy skies, there's always going to be a chance for rain, right? Or maybe there's not rain. It doesn't really matter, right? Again, the most exciting, the best things to say are typically moral descriptions of the situation, right? Like, that is the better way to look at things, yeah? By actually making a positive claim about how evil the officer was and how evil the environment is, right? That enabled the officer to do something like that in the first place. And ultimately, I find this piece of commentary pretty lacking, yeah? But, hey. Okay. All right, cool. I think I've seen enough. Okay, I want to see Dan sweeping for Asmongold, whatever the fuck that is. That can't be true, right? Wait, is he just like looking at Dan Clancy? Oh my god, dude.
It probably should be more.
Dude, oh my, dude, he needs to stop. He just needs to stop. He needs to stop. He can't do this forever. He can't do this Dan Clancy shit forever.
Which is kind of funny.
You know, arguably, it's like, now he asked me, so I had to put him.
What? Imagine if Dan could like attribute like 5% of this energy towards Asmongold. Just 5%. I go after Hassan. I go after Twitch. But like speaking of like allocation of resources, am I right? Stop, that's way too loud, dude.
Why the fuck am I hearing myself? Oh god. This gets popped out. and then I can look at you. Yes, I remember looking at you guys. All right, what we got for links here? Okay, first one.
Oh my god, go find your own content, please.
Guess what I can do?
Linkers! Any linkers in the chat?
Shit. Okay.
Hello? You gotta be kidding me. Are you actually writing me a ticket? Whoa! Nope, I'm out.
I just love.
Where's the part where you're talking about Asmongold? Hello? What? Hello? Apparently federal agents just shot an immigrant in Minneapolis, like, just recently? Load, come on. What? I died. Why is the tab acting weird? I'll use this then. That's okay. A nuclear. Am I lagging or something?
Okay, so listen, as I said, I just gotta watch the clips in the order that they come to me.
Gonna strike and murder that pig, Kamine, and I know even though you act like you condemn the regime, you and your tanky viewers are gonna be fuming.
Just
Tanky.
reported?
Brother,
Damn.
you can't say Alhamdulillah and then say tanky, okay? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Either, like, what?
Oh my god. Okay. Can somebody link me? Can somebody link me the part? Just make a clip. Make a clip and then I can take a look. Okay? Okay.
Oh, I hope you have something great to wear tonight because we're going to a party.
Party?